Would you believe me if I told you Justin Bieber has paid a pretty penny to keep some dark secrets out of the public eye? Decide for yourself. Well, Justin Bieber was spotted in a brothel in Brazil. When Bieber went on tour in Brazil in 2013, it is alleged that he was spotted and photographed leaving a brothel in Rio de Janeiro. Now, days after the brothel visit, a Brazilian model leaked a video of Bieber sleeping in a bed. Before the woman's identity was known, Bieber's team had to defend him against escort service allegations. Now, she reportedly was one of 50 people invited to a concert after party and took the footage of the then 19-year-old pop star sleeping after he had fallen asleep on the couch during the party. The incident sparked widespread media attention and public controversy. Bieber denied the reports, but the photos and videos didn't lie, which led to significant backlash against him, with many people criticizing his behavior as irresponsible and immature. I mean, he was only 19 years old, so, what do you expect? Bieber did later apologize for his actions and said that he made a mistake and was taking steps to learn from the experience. It was alleged that he actually initially tried to cover the whole thing up and offered to pay reporters and allegedly the woman who had the evidence as well. And while that didn't work out completely, it didn't actually have a lasting effect on his status, as he would go on to become even more popular. Justin Bieber had the need for speed. The singer was accused of speeding through his Calabasas, California neighborhood by former NFL player Keyshawn Johnson. In 2013, former NFL star Keyshawn Johnson confronted Justin Bieber about speeding through a gated community in Calabasas. Johnson was outside with his daughter when he saw Bieber driving a white Ferrari way too fast. Johnson actually followed Bieber to his home and tried to talk to him about his driving. Bieber went inside his house without speaking to him at all. Police investigated Bieber for reckless driving, but Bieber's friend, rapper Tyler, the Creator, claimed that he was the one actually driving the car. Johnson had said, "All I want to do is protect my kids. I got a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old at home." Another retired football player, Eric Dickerson, tweeted angrily about Bieber's reckless driving. He said, "I live in Calabasas too, and Justin Bieber needs to slow his acts down. I used to have a white Ferrari too, but I knew the speed limit in my neighborhoods where kids played." Bieber's representatives, have denied that the singer was driving the vehicle, though authorities have heard from several witnesses who say they saw him behind the wheel. The sheriff's spokesman, Steve Whitmore, actually told the LA Times at the time, "Mr. Bieber is making statements through others that he was not driving," adding that the singer had refused to talk to officers who showed up at his house. He continued to say, "If he wants to set the record straight, he should contact us for a sit-down, thorough interview." Police had reportedly been interviewing locals and collecting surveillance video. Whitmore said, "If this actually did occur, which it appears that it did, it is unacceptable behavior from anybody, anywhere, anytime." Bieber has been cautioned, for speeding several times before this, and it's alleged that Justin was so embarrassed by this attention around, all of this, that he tried to actually pay the former NFL player some hush money to keep it quiet and out of the public's knowledge, but we know how that went. Justin Bieber's viral song allegedly exposes dark secrets from Diddy's infamous parties. Now, a song allegedly referencing Sean Diddy Combs' parties has recently begun circulating on social media, with claims of being linked to Justin Bieber. In April of 2024, videos circulating on social media platforms quickly garnered hundreds of thousands of views in just a few days. The song's circulation comes in the wake of allegations against Diddy related to SA and exploitation of women. Now, prosecutors allege that Diddy leveraged his business empire to carry out these crimes, sparking renewed interest in the viral track. The song's lyrics dive into a story of disappointment with celebrity and wealth as experienced by Bieber at every single Diddy party. The initial verse of the song begins with the following lines: "Lost myself at a Diddy party, didn't know that's how it would go. I was in it for a new Ferrari, but it cost me way more than my soul. Wasn't worth all the fortune and fame." This seemingly references Diddy's infamous white parties, which reportedly turned into these freak-offs. Now, despite the lack of solid proof supporting the legitimacy of this particular song, there were no official validations from reputable sources or media channels. Numerous individuals on the internet dismissed it as a composition created by artificial intelligence. One person on X actually wrote, "This is supposedly AI generated. Is it really Justin's song and they're claiming it to be, AI, or is it really AI? Because it sounds like the real voice, but then again, AI is so advanced now you can literally get legal advice from it." This comes following following reports from Bieber, expressing regret over his collaboration with Diddy in light of the recent events. Bieber was signed by Combs' protege Usher in 2008, and while many social media users do believe the song was AI generated, others speculate that it might be an unreleased Bieber track. As of now, the song has been used in like thousands of videos across platforms, and Justin has not spoken out about this. He hasn't denied it or confirmed the allegations at all, but a source told a very popular news blog that Justin allegedly tried to pay off these celebrity gossip sites to keep this story from circulating. So either he has something to hide or just has enough problems of his own, and doesn't want his name involved with Diddy in any way. And honestly, I don't blame him for that if that's the case. Justin Bieber hoped Anne Frank would have been a believer. Now in 2013, which obviously was just a diabolical year for Justin, the Biebs stopped by the Anne Frank house while in Amsterdam and sure left his mark at the historic landmark. He wrote in a guest book at the museum, "Truly inspiring to be able to come here. Anne was a great girl. Hopefully she would have been a believer." Shortly after his visit, the singer was hit by like a wave of angry messages on social media. The museum, actually defended the star, but added the comment, that it wasn't very sensible. The suggestion that, had she lived today, the teenager would have been a believer, which is a term used by his devoted fans to describe themselves, generated thousands of horrified responses on social networking websites. One person on Twitter actually wrote, "Just saw what Justin Bieber wrote in the Anne Frank Museum guest book, absolutely disgusted," with another person saying, "Way to turn an inspiring moment into something about yourself." However, museum spokesperson Machi Mostar defended the young star to the BBC, saying, "He's 19, it's a crazy life he's living, he didn't mean bad, and also it's nice that he made the effort, he didn't have to come here." Despite the conflicting opinions, it was reported that Bieber allegedly didn't want this information to reach the US or Canada, and he attempted to quietly pay off the press in order not to release the details, but it was too late at that point and the damage had been done. Justin Bieber got arrested for DUI after being caught drag racing in his yellow Lamborghini. Justin Bieber was arrested for DUI, resisting arrest, and driving without a valid license in Miami Beach back in January of 2014. Now, upon leaving jail later that day, the singer actually sat up on the roof of his awaiting car and waved to his fans. He was also charged with resisting arrest. The officer pulled Bieber's car over, but the singer was not cooperating with the officer's instructions. The cop said at first he was a little belligerent, using some, very choice words, questioning why he was being stopped and why the officer was even questioning him. Bieber asked the police officer who pulled him over just after 4 a.m., "What the F did I do? Why did you stop me?" The arrest almost describes Bieber as having a very flushed face, bloodshot eyes, and the odor of alcohol in his breath. Bieber did fail a sobriety test. He was released from a Miami jail an hour after he made a brief appearance through a video link before a Miami judge who set a very standard $2,500 bond. He strutted out of jail dressed in all black with a baggy hoodie covering his head. His pants appeared to be baggy, some sort of leather or pleather, and Bieber briefly sat on the top of a black Cadillac Escalade where he waved to his screaming fans before he was then chauffeured away. Justin struck paparazzi with his truck back in July of 2017. Police said the singer struck a paparazzo with his truck while trying to drive away from an event in Beverly Hills. Video that was obtained by TMZ shows Bieber getting into his truck as several photographers take photos around him. The photographers asked the singer, "Hey, what's up with you, Biebs? How have you been, my man?" As the singer slowly pulls forward, one of the photographers actually steps towards the truck on the passenger side, gets hit, and falls to the ground. The accident happened near the Saban Theater, which, was holding a city church service. Now, Bieber had been spotted in the LA area after canceling the rest of his worldwide tour due to unforeseen circumstances. After Bieber, was spotted by TMZ near the beach in Southern California, Bieber said he had plans on just resting and getting some relaxation. But videos from the incident appeared to show Bieber attempting to aid the man that he actually hit. Bieber says to the man, "The car didn't run you over though." The man then tells Bieber that the tire did run over his leg. I guess it was too late then to say sorry, but Bieber then asks him, as he touches the man's leg, "The tire ran all the way over you?" At one point, Bieber turns to the paparazzi and sarcastically asks them if they're getting enough footage of the man lying on the ground. The man is eventually put on a stretcher and actually wheeled to an ambulance. The 57-year-old man was taken to a nearby hospital with just minor injuries and no citations were issued. Are you a believer? Let me know how you feel about the Canadian pop star. I'm your host, Ashley. It's been great catching up.